In ancient India, there was a king who was the Buddha's follower. He often heard the Buddha talk about a calm and still mind, but he didn't know how to keep his mind undisturbed by external conditions. So one day, the king asked his ministers,
"Is it really possible to keep our mind undisturbed?"
One minister said that's impossible. But another one said,
"Your Majesty, I think there might be one way to find out."
"Oh, what do you suggest?"
"Your Majesty, I think we can do an experiment with a prisoner who is going to be executed soon. I suggest Your Majesty tell the prisoner that if he can walk around with a bowl of oil on his head without spilling a single drop, then he can be set free. If he wants to leave, I'm sure he will try his best."
Good idea. In order not to spill the bowl, he has to keep his mind still and focused, and not be disturbed by what's happening around him. Bring a prisoner on death row to me.
A prisoner was brought out. The king asked him,
"Do you want to live?"
The prisoner kowtowed to the king and said,
"Yes, Your Majesty, I want to live. If I can start over again, I promise I will change."
The king nodded to his guard, who went away and then came back with a bowl of oil in his hands. The king said to the prisoner,
"I will put a bowl of oil on your head. If you can walk through the street without spilling a single drop, I will set you free."
The prisoner accepted the challenge. A bowl brimming with oil was placed on his head, and the prisoner started walking. To distract the prisoner, the king had ordered many dancers and musicians to perform on the street. There were also jugglers and stuntmen entertaining the crowd. The street was noisy and busy with excitement, but the prisoner just kept walking without paying any attention to the hustle and bustle around him. He was focused on walking and on the bowl of oil on his head. Finally, he walked through the street and came back to the king. The king ordered his guard to check the bowl. The bowl was carefully examined, and not a single drop of oil was spilled. Amazed, the king asked the prisoner,
"While you were walking down the street, what did you hear and what did you see?"
"I didn't hear or see anything, Your Majesty."
"There were musicians playing their instruments on the street. Are you telling me you did not hear that?"
"No, I swear I did not hear any of that."
"What about the dancers? There were beautiful girls dancing over there, and everyone was clapping hands. Did you not see them either?"
"No, I didn't see them."
"What was on your mind then?"
All I had in my mind was the bowl of oil on my head. As I was walking through the street, all I thought about was not to spill any oil from the bowl."
The king was deeply moved. As a man of his word, the king ordered his guard to release the prisoner and set him free. The prisoner was a free man again. Having been spared from a death sentence and being pardoned for his crimes, the man made up his mind to turn over a new leaf. He realized how precious it was to be able to breathe and walk freely again. thinking about the crimes he had committed that put him on death row, he was deeply remorseful and sincerely repented for his past wrongs. He then went to see the Buddha and confessed all his misdeeds in the past. He asked the Buddha to accept him as his disciple, and the Buddha happily agreed. The Buddha reminded him to cultivate himself with the same focus as when he was walking with a bowl of oil on his head. The man did practice diligently every day and eventually became a great spiritual cultivator, respected by all. When our mind is calm and still, we'll be able to focus on the work at hand and not be disturbed by external circumstances.